Hi friends, it's Terry from Veegstez Creates. This video is kind of a 3-in-1 kind of video. So to those of you, my regulars, you'll know that I haven't been posting very regularly over the last few months. There's a video that I'll put a link to here, and also at the end explaining why, in case you haven't seen that. But basically I'm going through a really tough time in my life in terms of I'm getting divorced, trying to find somewhere to live that's suitable for a disabled person in their 30s. Well, I'm 40 in a few weeks, to be fair, but yeah, so life's been pretty tough over the last few weeks. I'm in a lot of pain and I can't really do anything for, like, if I can do something for an hour on a good day, maybe that's about it, maybe 2 hours, but with breaks, and then it wipes me out for the rest of the day. So obviously crafting and making videos and things is like done in like tiny little bite-sized chunks, and I just haven't had the ability to do what I wanted to do. But what I have been doing is some retail therapy. So yeah, I've spent fair bit of money, to be fair, on the craft tool that I'm going to show you, but I have been wanting to try stitching on cards since I saw one of Jennifer Maguire's videos like a few years ago, and I just have never got around to it. And I've also recently got into hot foiling. Well, I've dabbled in it and really liked it, and then put that on my must do more of list. And then a while ago, months ago, I had reached out to Spellbinders to see if they had any guest design team or design team member positions or anything like that. And they actually sent me some products from an upcoming release to make some projects with, so that's really exciting. I really wanted the Spellbinders Platinum 6 machine, again because Jennifer Maguire, she's like my idol. I just love her. She's just got the biggest heart and she's so talented, and you know, Jennifer, you're amazing. But yeah, so as soon as I saw the special edition model in like aqua and teal, which are like my favourite colours with florals on them, like I really wanted it. And I thought, you know what, I can't leave the house because of my anxiety and because of how ill I am physically, like, and energy wise, etc. You know, it's not as if I spend money on anything, or I rarely ever spend money on myself. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna treat myself to a few things. So I bought myself, I'll show you in a minute, the special edition Spellbinders Platinum 6, and I do have the Crafter's Companion hot foiling machine, which I've used and I like, but seeing as how I got the Platinum 6 from Spellbinders, I thought I might as well get their glimmer hot foil system, again watching lots of Jennifer Maguire videos. So obviously then I had to buy all the foils, because obviously the foil is different to each you can see where I'm going, can't you? So yeah, I had to buy myself a variety of foils, didn't I, because, you know, they're specific to each machine, and hot foil plates, you know. So that's what I've done, and stitching dies. And so there's this video, really, so it's a craft haul. It's also a follow-on from my woe is me, how is this my life video, to let you know and see my face that it's like I am okay, you know, like I'm not okay, but I'm okay and I'm better than I was, and things are moving forward. I can't talk for very long because I'll get out of breath because of my costochondritis. But thirdly, there's going to be some part 4 in my craft room reorganisation series. I'm going to split into 2 parts. So that's the die reorganisation, because obviously there's regular dies and then there's hot foil dies, so I'm splitting it into 2. So I've already filmed part of the hot foil dies bit months and months ago, so I just need to add this bit with the new Spellbinders hot foil dies with that, and then I'm hoping to publish that by the end of August. I've also started filming another video where I had created a number of little stitched things, and so I show you the stitched things and then I turn them into cards. So the first bit of that one's done and I've nearly finished turning them into cards. There's just 2 more to do, and I thought there was another thing as well. If there is, it'll come back to me. But yeah, so mainly craft haul. Oh yeah, and I'm also going to show you some of the things that I have been doing in terms of hot foiling, and give you some tips and things that I have learned and where I've picked them up from as well. I've been watching lots of Jennifer Maguire videos. I've got some great tips from her of things that I want to try. So there will be this craft haul, and then at the end there'll be some bits of these are the kind of things that I've done so far with my haul. So I am going to turn the camera around and start showing you my haul. Oh, and all of the links to everything that I've bought will be in the description box. And I've also been buying more storage solution things from Tonic Studios and from Amazon, so I'll put the links to those as well and show you those. So yeah, sit back, get yourself a cuppa and shop vicariously through me. Okay, so first of all, hot foils. I really wanted a nice variety, and then I didn't realise that Spellbinders actually did these beautiful little sequins, and they're all like the type that I really like the AB finish, the opalescent ones. So I've got them in my favourite colours, obviously like the neutrally type ones that can go with everything, teal and purple, because if you don't know me yet, then you'll know that these are all like my favourite colours as well as neutrals. So yeah, that's the first lot. Just a little teaser, this is one of the first things that I stitched. So I bought this die, which is in my big pile of dies that I bought. It's this one. This is quite a new one actually, stitched high. I think it's just from a couple of months ago. I don't tend to buy things full price. I tend to get them when they're on offer, when they're a bit older, but I just loved it. And it's so easy. It's so easy to do, and it's just so much fun and relaxing to do in front of the telly. So this is one of the cards that I'll put in that future video. And I've used some, these are the Trinity stamps, little gems that I really love, that come in all different sizes. So I've put the teensy ones in the middle of there, and I've used this, which is another of the, it's one of the Jane Davenport Spellbinder dies. So her dies are like an aqua teal colour. It's this one, it was in the sale, and I've cut it in this one of the new Tonic Studios colours from their most recent colour trend. I think it's sea salt green. I absolutely love that. I'll make sure I link that colour trend down for you. So yeah, this is what I mean. Like as soon as I started doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just in love. And the cardstock I used for this is, I believe, Memory Box. Yeah, so I bought this a while ago from Craft Stash, and it's really thick, which is perfect. So it's £110, so probably 300 or more GSM, but perfect for stitching on because you want something nice and sturdy. So if they've still got those in stock at Craft Stash, I'll link those as well, because I think they're perfect. And in fact, I've got these in 3 colours, these 2 and a purple one as well. So I think I'm going to get more packs of these in different colours. So that's all of those. These have just come today. I couldn't resist this. So this is the card that showed you what comes in the kit, which is like, okay, well, you just get a die that looks like a plaster and then a stamp, but there's loads more in it. Chill pill. Nope. I absolutely love that. I've even got a t-shirt that says that on it. It's just like, nope, not today. So this is perfect, especially for me at the moment, because it's just like I'm having to use all of my spoons, my energy so carefully, like, you know, so this is just perfect for me at the moment. Start going through these, shall we? Elegant Twist Glimmer Borders and Sentiments. By the way, for my UK watchers, Spellbinders now have a UK website. So like, obviously you might know that they do their kits of the month, and there's like a large die, a small die of the month, a stamp of the month, an embossing folder of the month, loads of different boxes of the month that you can sign up to and cancel at any time. But obviously before you would have had to pay US shipping. But now they've got their UK version, so I'll put the link to that. It'll take you to the American site, but then it'll recognise your IP address and go, oh, it looks like you're in the UK. Do you want to go to the UK site? So you click yes, and then it takes you there. And if you order 50 quid's worth of stuff, then delivery's free, which is pretty easy to do. So here we've got some nice hot foil borders and just some beautiful sentiments. I got some nice cutting dies with different sentiments, and it's got a nice big long banner on as well, and you can see that's how they cut. This one I haven't used yet, circular stitching background. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? So they've used it as a Christmas one in the decoration, but obviously ultimately it's just circles, so you can use it for whatever you want. And you can also you could go around the edges of that as well. I'll show you some more examples in the future. This one, it's great. You can use it as an edger, you can use it without the edge, and just like, you know, several times along a card. I've used that already, so I'll show you that in an upcoming video. This, which is just cutting dies, I think these pierce little holes, and you can see in the example that looks foiled. And then this is an example of one of their large die of the months from December 2019. They've just done a buy one get one free. There's absolutely loads that you can do with this. They layer together, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I've gone a bit mad, but these are free. Happy birthday and some little florals. This was free with the Platinum 6. Really useful. I've used those already. This I just thought was really elegant and cute. This is gorgeous. It's a mandala, but I think it can also be used as a snowflake. And again, they've used it here like that. All is calm, all is bright, as a snowflake. We've got this one, which is a flower and some foliage. Another little flower. Beautiful. I've got another Jane Davenport one, because I love unicorns, and I like the real sketchy sort of style of it. That's the special edition model, the teal one. that I've bought. I've got this, what's it called? Embossing folder, Kyoto. This is an older one, 2020. So they're not all new. They're sort of over the last few years. I've got an embossing folder, striped Slimline. So I do like making Slimline cards. I've got a sweater weather. So I love that pattern of all of the embossed like knitted cable knit sweater. I love embossing folders. And then I've got like a plaid one as well. And then a stencil, you know, which obviously you can, I've got a number of ideas in mind for this stencil. And then this, it's a layered full moon stencil set. So you layer it up to make this full moon, but you could also do it as the earth, and you could also use it just to make a circle, like a focal point for a cast card. For example, if you wanted to do some ink blending in there and put a little critter and stuff, and then you just like tape that down with some low tack tape, and then you take it away and you've just got a circle with your image in the middle, or your scene. I've got a stripy hot foil plate. That'll just come in useful for so many things. I couldn't resist this one. A little birdie told me, look at this cute bird. It's gorgeous. And loads of nice sentiments as well. And the die to cut it out with. These lovely hot foil plate sentiments in all different fonts. I love that happy birthday. The font on that, and the thank you actually. Similar one, thank you for your kindness so very much. This one, it's like a half background. It says Christmas foliage, but I think that, I mean, yeah, that's poinsettia, but I think you could make that non-Christmassy, and you just do it twice and then you get a full card front. I got some more sentiments, mini sincere sentiments. Then I've got this one, which is thin stripes with this lovely like bracket. You can actually get another one with, I think it's like a Moroccan type pattern, which was quite nice, but it wasn't on the website when I was shopping, because when they first opened the UK website there was only limited stock, but now they've added so much more in the last few weeks, hence why I've made several purchases. Next is diamond floral frame. So you get these different size diamonds, cutting edges, and that one is a foil. Yeah, so you've got a foiling diamond, and then you've got foiling florals, and then dies to cut out the florals, and then different dies. I think this one probably sandwiches between those two, or goes in the middle. And then similar to that, I've got this geo foliage, so like the geometric shape and different foliage, and I'm just a sucker for leaves and florals and stuff. And again, that one's the same. Look, it's got the flat foiling edge one in the middle, and then the inner and outer cutting. And then I was saying that they're doing this buy one get one free thing, so I bought these four. So Merry Stitching, because it's got 3 stitching dies, so you've got a gorgeous border to edge your cards with. You've got a Christmas tree and an actual snowflake. And then I've got this typewriter. Now, I didn't actually get this for the typewriter, funnily enough. I just fell in love with the florals. and it's got some really nice sentiments in it. But the more I've looked at it, the more I'm like, actually, I do think it's really, really sweet. But look at the gorgeous size. This is just a cutting die, so no foiling. But look at the size of these leaves and the blooms. It's amazing. This one is a layered stitched background, so again indulging my love of stitching, my newfound addiction. So you stitch this little panel, you cut it out with the cutting die, so it's like a verso die, or you can just cut that into the card maybe several times depending on how long, or if you're doing a slimline. And then, so this looks like a 5x7 maybe that they've done. And then you use like the these two dies to layer up, and then you use the long skinny dies to create another pattern. So you don't have to use them all on one card, it's just an example. They've also obviously used like a little floral there. And then, oh my gosh, this was the main one that I wanted, to be honest. It was this and this. And then when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to have that. And then I've got the typewriter as well. So, but look at it. It's absolutely stunning. So it's to make a slimline card. So you've got this whole beautiful, I mean, it's, how long is this? It's like about 8.5 inches, so it's a full slimline card. And then it's got extra florals as well that you can use like to layer up and add more dimension. So that is just going to be absolutely stunning. And you can paper piece in, you know, all of the different colours, and it's just gorgeous. So yeah, as you can see, I have bought a lot. I've also bought this because I saw Jennifer Maguire using it. You get these little ones to cut paper and ones to cut foil. So basically it's like a little cutting board, and then these allow you to cut your foil. So you've got one for paper and one for foil. So instead of trying to hold like a flimsy bit of foil and try and cut it and ending up wasting it, you've got grid lines here, like 1/2 inch grid lines, so you can actually use the grid lines, you know, to cut how much you need. So it's like, you know, 5 inches or goes up to 8 inches. Or if you've say foiled a load of sentiments onto a sheet, you can then use the paper trimmer to then score them, to then trim them into sentiment strips. And that was really inexpensive, so I thought, yeah, cool, let's go for it. So I did. So I'm going to go away and do some hot foiling. Obviously I've got many things to choose from, and I'll come back and give you a quick show of what I have been doing, and just to let you know obviously that there's going to be a lot of Spellbinders related videos coming up in terms of foiling and stitching and using that in cards, because that's a new found passion of mine. And at the moment, and all the time really, we need to be indulging our passions for our well-being, but especially when we're going through a rough time, we need to make sure that we look after ourselves, and in whatever way that manifests. So for someone that's very thrifty and rarely spends any money, that means buying a ton of new stuff, but it will get used. Right, see you back in a mo. Okay, my crafty friends, so I've had a play with my gorgeous new little Spellbinders Platinum 6 limited edition. It's a joy to use, and it's so compact and like relatively light. It's just gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. And I had a play with a number of the hot foil plate dies as well. So I've got a few sentiments here. You can see there's a bit of overfoil in here, but that's easily removable with a sand eraser. And plus the fact I'm going to cut these into sentiment strips anyway, so it doesn't matter. Another one there. A gift for you in black and gold. It's time to celebrate, you're amazing. I did have some overfoil in here underneath and I just rubbed that away and you can't see it anymore, so that's great. This is one of the first ones I did, the little bird. That's actually just while I was getting used to it, and it's actually kind of like moved a little bit because the outline's not meant to be that thick, but you can see it here. But it still works, so it's fine. And that goes with this, so there's a die to cut that out, and then he can sit in the middle of there. So it's like, I think I'll colour all up these in my Copics and the background, and then cut him out and pop him out on some foam pads. And I think I cut this to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that's like a nice little note card, birthday card, whatever, straight away. I also tried out some reverse foiling. At the moment I've got the Spellbinders rectangular solid hot foil plate. They also do an oval and a circle, which I've ordered, and Pink Fresh Studios also do a large one, which is good for reverse foiling. So that's foiling with your leftover bits, like this, the leftover bits. But Spellbinders, as I say, this rectangular die they've got is about hot plate, sorry, is about that big. So I had used this on that and then kept the bit of foil and then warmed up the hot plate, put the bit of foil onto the plate and then the black card, ran it through the machine, and that's what you get. So I can cut that out into little strips. So it's the black is the actual sentiment, and then you've got the gold as the background, which is really cool. So I did the same with a few more of these sentiments. A bit patchy there, but that might be all right if I'm doing like a sort of sketchy looking mixed media kind of card. I also did reverse foiling with these two. And this is another one of the, I think this one had quite a bit of overfoiling for me to remove, and this one had less. But they're still both usable. And then this one just looks gorgeous. So that's the one with just the silver, just the diagonal lines, which I did in silver. And again, that had some overfoiling in the corners. So in the future, I would snip the corners off, because basically any, you know, the foil, it's gonna flop and touch bits of card that you don't want it to. So it's best just to trim it as much as you can, really. But I just trimmed a rectangle, but I mean I'll probably trim that down for a card panel anyway, so it won't even matter. But I've got most of it off with a sand eraser. But you guys know what it's like, you can always add a well-placed sequin or embellishment or something. So yeah, so that's my little results of my little play yesterday. I'm keeping all of the reverse or the leftovers, so don't chuck this away because you can obviously reuse this. So I'm going to get myself a little box and put all of those little pieces in. So that's the end of this video. As I said, I will put all the links to the product, well, not all the products because I've shown you so much, but I'll put the links to the Spellbinders website, which is the US one, but it takes you to the UK one as well. Craft Stash, and oh, I said I'd show you my tonic storage. So I've also recently discovered these metal sheets from Tonic Studios. I already had the silver one, and I was like, what am I ever going to use that for? But I used it to make this card with an embossing folder, and the look of it was just absolutely stunning. So I've ordered the copper and the gold as well. So if you've got some of that knocking around and you've never used it, I'd definitely recommend it. I am in love with these stackable little boxes from Tonic Studios. They are perfect for holding your A4 cardstock, or if you're in the States, 8.5 by 11. It's perfect. I keep all of my Nina and my Copic Express It and stuff in there. They were having there's a deal on, I don't know if it's still on, but like 3 for a reduced price. And then I've also ordered this little tray, luxury storage tray, because that was on offer, and it came with 2 divider bars, these little dividers which slip onto the side, and the little pouches as well. So I've packed that away because I'll be moving house at some point in the future. I'm not quite sure when, but I'm trying to pack things that I don't think I'll be using immediately away. So that is definitely coming towards the end now. So just check out the links, guys, and just, you know, like, I can highly recommend this. I mean, I haven't die cut with it yet, but with the foiling it's worked really well. So there will be obviously videos coming out from the 14th, probably 2 or 3 videos in that week with the products that Spellbinders have sent to me for their new launch in August. And just more videos on stitching and hot foiling and stuff. So as I get into doing that, I'll be able to share tips and examples and things with you guys, and I'd love to hear any tips and advice that you guys have got for me, as well as we always do in our little Veegstez Creates community. We share tips and, you know, things like that. So as I said, my health's not great at the moment. I'm still off work sick, and I'm, you know, like I'm not able to do as much as I want to, but hopefully you'll enjoy this video. You'll have enjoyed this video, and, you know, there will be some more coming up this month, and then hopefully in a few months when I've moved house. Would you guys like to see like a vlog style video of like me showing you around my house? Once it's all done and stuff, and my new craft room? I think you would, wouldn't you? Let me know in the comments, because obviously there's more in the craft room reorganisation series video, which I'll do, but then, you know, it might be nice if you want to, you know, I'm happy to just sort of show you around my house, my new little flat, once I've got it. So do let me know. Anyway, I will stop rambling on now. So that's all from me. Hope you are all well, and hope you who are also dealing with chronic pain and difficult life events find solace in the in crafting, and friendship and support in the crafty community, which is just the best thing ever. So big hugs, virtual hugs, and big love to all you guys. You guys mean so much to me. Yeah, you really get me through some rough patches, so, you know, thank you for all of the support that you've given me, especially after my last video. So bye for now. Love you guys.